G'day guys, how's it going? My name is AussieTash. Winnie the Pooh. I absolutely love the story of Winnie the Pooh as a child. Oh my gosh, little did I know doing this channel that it's a Canadian story. I've watched the Heritage Minutes episode on Winnie the Pooh. I've learnt so much about it. I've come across this video. We were talking about Winnie the Pooh in the live stream. We've been talking about, books that we should read together that were written in Canada. We're going to learn a little bit more about Winnie the Pooh and his connection with Winnipeg. I'm really looking forward to this video, but before we do, guys, please make sure to jump on, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for all future live streams and videos. I love Winnie the Pooh. I feel all warm on the inside. Let's go.
So long, Winnie.
Why Winnie, sir?
From my hometown, Winnipeg.
Well, it's a little part of history that most Canadian kids learn while reading an old classic. The Winnipeg connection to the story of Winnie the Pooh. Tonight, a Canadian with a very personal connection got to return to the place where the story was born. And she tells our Nala Ayed why it's so important to her to bring the story of Pooh's beginnings to a whole new generation of children.
It really is. If you watch the Heritage Minutes episode, or if you have not seen the Heritage Minutes episode based around the story of Winnie the Pooh and how it all come about, please, guys, jump on and watch it. It's absolutely incredible. It made me laugh and it made me cry and it made me just want to go and watch all the Winnie the Pooh cartoons that I watched as a child. So, yeah. Mate, I'm telling you right now, Winnie the Pooh, he wasn't just a Winnipeg thing. He touched everybody all around the world. We just love watching the cartoon of Winnie the Pooh as a child. I know there was more to him than him getting his head stuck in that big jar of honey, but oh my gosh, as a child, you just loved it. It was really, really cool. But little did I know that there was a more serious side to the story of how Winnie the Pooh come about, and he wasn't just a fictional bear. There was a real Winnie the Pooh bear from his hometown of Winnipeg, and oh my gosh, he inspired soldiers during a really rough time in World War I.
At the Salisbury Cathedral tonight is an echo 100 years old. An echo of the Canadians drawn here by war, of their sacrifices. A revival of the story of difficult days on the Salisbury Plain. Some of the first Canadian soldiers to arrive in the UK, some 30,000 of them, camped out around here to prepare for duty on the Western Front. Among them was one Lieutenant Harry Colburn from Winnipeg and his bear. As he writes in his diary, Colburn bought the cub in White River, Ontario for $20, and she covertly crossed the ocean with his regiment to Salisbury and then on to worldwide fame. He named her Winnie.
This is the day that Harry arrived in Salisbury, October the 18th, 1914, so almost 100 years ago to the day.
A century later, Colburn's now digitized diary in the
that's
hands
cool.
of his great-granddaughter. She's come a long way to travel back in time.
This is the moment I have been the
Okay, so this is really, really cool. So his diary is now digital and they can track everywhere that he took Winnie with him during World War I. Oh my gosh, and we're going to walk through in this video and see all the places where Winnie went with the regiment. That's crazy, man. That is really crazy cool. And digital archivings, it preserves them, doesn't it? It preserves these stories for hundreds and hundreds of years. Did they say that this was the great-granddaughter? My gosh.
most looking forward to.
Lindsay Maddock is here along with the National Arts Orchestra Remembrance Tour. But this is a deeply personal quest. It's the first time she's been in Salisbury.
It was muddy, it was wet, and he wrote about those things in his diary. It was difficult.
So long, Winnie. You'd be a good girl while I'm gone.
From the darkness of war, an unlikely children's story would come to light after Colburn handed Winnie to the London Zoo before heading to the front.
Why Winnie, sir?
From my hometown, Winnipeg.
Makes
It
you
is at
cry,
that
man.
zoo that A.A. Milne was inspired by his son's reaction to the friendly bear to write a book about Winnie the Pooh,
So there is a statue of Winnie the Pooh and the soldier in the London Zoo because he had to hand the bear over to the London Zoo to go and fight further in the war. Oh my gosh. You think about it. You think about all the Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin movies that have been released. There is that strong British connection. Like he's in London. Like, do you remember the Christopher Robin movie that was released, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago? I absolutely loved it. It was based in London. It starred Ewan McGregor and he was doing a British accent. So yeah, I guess this explains the British London connection of Winnie the Pooh without taking her away from Canada because, you know, he was a bear originally from Ontario, bought by a soldier from Winnipeg, took him as far as he could, logged him in his archives, and just Winnie the Pooh come about. And it's absolutely incredible.
It's where original owner and bear are still remembered.
There was a real purity in his actions, in that one simple thing you do can have these huge consequences and a huge ripple effect. And to me, that's the heart.
I mean, Winnie the Pooh was warming himself.
Winnie the Pooh is now known worldwide.
Absolutely.
Less so how he came to be.
Could you tell me a story? Asked Cole.
So Maddock has written her own children's book telling that story for the sake of her son, Cole, named after her great-grandfather. That intimate connection to Harry Colburn, all the more fundamental, having lost her own father as a teen and later a brother.
It inevitably leads.
So she's wrote a story telling the story of how Winnie the Pooh become to be. That's really, really cool. You know, from her great-grandfather's legacy and how the ripple effect, how his little ripple effect, how him just buying this one bear would have such an emotional effect on this little boy in this zoo all the way in London, oceans away from Canada, and that's it. It set the beginnings, the foundations of Winnie the Pooh. Guys, like I said, if you have not seen the Heritage Minutes episode of Winnie the Pooh, please go and check it out. They did show a little bit of the trailer. It is absolutely, oh mate, it will make you cry. It will make your heart so happy. But in 1 minute, that's it. You are gonna be bawling. I remember doing it, and oh my gosh. First of all, I had no idea about the Canadian background to Winnie the Pooh. Mate, I always thought it was British, like I said. So yeah, mate, Winnie the Pooh is a Canadian bear. You know, the town of Winnipeg in Canada sets the platform for the story of Winnie the Pooh. And you guys know that I'm a Winnipeg Jets fan. So yeah, go the Jets. I think we've lost a couple of our last games, but yeah, let's keep on going. Hockey night. Let's go.
Leads you on. You search for things, you search for answers. For me, having this opportunity to explore my family history and explore it in a really real way, literally walk the walk, is a gift.
Yeah.
A century later, little is left of the Canadians here, save for them. Proof of the hardship endured even before any saw the horrors of war. And they who come now to echo those voices, they are proof that even time will not silence them. Nala Ayed, CBC News, Salisbury, England.
There you go, guys. The Winnipeg connection to Winnie the Pooh. I'm sure you guys in Canada, you all know the connection. Mate, I bet you guys are a little bit filthy, just that little bit upset that people believe, or people are under the assumption, that the story of Winnie the Pooh is all British, mate. Well, no. Winnie the Pooh is Canadian all the way. His great-great-granddaughter wrote a book, went all the way to London to read in front of children and let them know that, yes, you all love the story of Winnie the Pooh, but the bear, the beautiful black bear, was not British. He was Canadian. And just the story is beautiful. The story is absolutely beautiful. Okay, guys, that was the video for today. I absolutely loved it. If you did, please jump on, smash the like button, leave a comment, and of course, remember to subscribe. That really helps the channel out. Like I said, guys, we've been watching a lot of videos, some really, really cool feel-good videos, learning about famous Canadian animals. Guys, in your suggestions, if you know any more famous Canadian animals that you'd like us to react to, I love them. So please leave the YouTube link in the comments and we'll watch them together. Cheers from down under. Take care. Bye.